whilst they're sitting around in an orphanage. You can imagine the terrible things that could potentially go on. What are these kids going to do? So the locals in Sylhet, business people, have helped set up this charity. But as you can imagine, they need support and help. So we thought about how we can collaborate with them to build some synergy instead of trying to reinvent the wheel. We wanted to go to a place where there was, if you like, ready-made children in the scenario where they needed educational support. In this orphanage, there are about 500 children, okay, 500 children. It's a very big premise, and they've got a girls' orphanage and a boys' orphanage, special needs, and I think there's a young person's orphanage. So I visited it myself, and I went during a school day. So all these kids travel from where they're sleeping and eating to these classes within the ground, but they all travel to the class, okay? The sad thing about all of this is that there are not enough provision to provide food for 150 children. So they may get up early in the morning, they might have a small breakfast, whatever that looks like, God only knows. I didn't ask those questions. I'm presuming it's very simple and basic. They would have had breakfast around 7 o'clock. They won't probably eat again for another 8 to 10 hours. On average, depends on travel and so on. And you can imagine Bangladesh, most times of the year, very hot, very difficult. With the support of the locals, they've recently put in fresh water into the orphanage, into the classrooms. But what they don't have, sadly, really sadly, is 150 young people don't have lunch. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the cost of their lunch. It's part of the education, because without nutrition, education on its own is not pointless, it's really difficult. Okay, so 40 cents a day. I'll give you some sounds in a minute, but just bear that in mind, okay? That's the figure. So it feels fantastic that we have now collaborated with this orphanage. We've made that big leap forward from over here to say, we're not going to just do it for a few weeks or a few months or a year. We've made a long-term commitment because we've seen the eyes of those children. So I want to share with you a little bit more about this orphanage. So as I said, I went earlier on in the year. This was the girls' class, and in there you can see some of the trustees as well as the vice principal. The vice principal is a lovely lady who does it out of her own goodness. Her husband is a prominent person within Sylhet, within the district. But she does this totally free of charge. But there are other people employed, so there's teachers employed and all sorts of stuff. But she's the vice principal. And because I've met her physically, I spoke to her, I saw her humbleness and her kind-heartedness, I brought that message back to the team when I returned. And with that, we made the decision that we would engage with this orphanage. So, just a picture of the teachers, and in the middle is the vice principal. Her name is Farzana Isra. They do have a website which they've recently set up, so if anybody wants to have a look at their credentials, it's called the Sylhet Inclusive School and College. But the beauty of collaborating with this particular setup is that you know that when you come through us, it's going to go directly, because we have direct links with them, we know what's going on, and we're looking to support them. We've actually already provided 2 teachers. And so those 2 teachers teach in the region, and I don't know the exact figure, because you can imagine there's 500 children in there. So I don't have the exact figure, but there are hundreds of children going through those 2 particular teachers that we have supported, along with the teachers they've already got. Okay, I want to, just so you get an idea of the kind of, the kids that are in this place. Bear with me, and I want to show you a very, very short clip of a young boy at this orphanage who